cameras.
Bit more, John, if it will go. Will it go?
Yeah, I've got a few more turns.
Still more.
Yeah.
If you're not, I'll have to take the packing out and wind the leg out.
Can't see that. Not that far, not that distance.
Serious work going on here, Pete.
Serious work, Dave, yes.
Chris tells me it's your arboretum.
Yeah, so
Oh,
I got amazing response for the trees that I
you
built
Hang on, John.
for Milton Keynes,
Right.
Do you want a thin one? You want to be about...
which obviously
about there.
we didn't show really
Yeah, right, I get that.
at the cathedral, but Phil had had me make these big trees. This is one of them. And
Winding in the leg. The
I
foot
got
one.
such amazing comments
If it won't wind up, John, wind it out.
about
You
them.
want
I
to be
thought
about there.
I'd do
That's where it wants to be.
something different, because seafoam, which I've always used in the past, has become so expensive now, and the quality has dropped so bad
Right.
that you can't, in truth, you can't use it anymore.
Okay.
Not the way we used to use it for the last 5 years.
Right.
So to make trees like this in seafoam is not possible anymore. It's just, you know, I'm going to show you. Look, I've got some here. I'll fetch it round.
Okay.
You know, this is the quality that you're getting, and it just is, you know, rubbish. It's just
Not like it used to be.
no, and apparently, according to a couple of the lads that, you know, like me, have relied on seafoam, the quality this year, the harvest has failed, and it's even worse, and it's even more expensive. So that to me is an option that's now gone out the window. So what I've been trying to do this week, I've been filming the railway up and down between London and Watford, filming the banks and trying to work out how to mimic the overgrowth that we now got on the railway, because it is substantial, and you'll see it's quite stacked. So I built this week quite a lot of trees and bushes, and from the videos, but what I'm doing here is I'm building a diorama of a bank. You see what I've done? I've cheated. Rather than make all different heights of the trees, I've put a bank.
Right. You stay like a staircase.
Yes, I built it in. Now the trick I've learned, and if we look at this tree, the real art, I haven't finished this yet,
Right.
is the colours.
Right.
So I make all my own flock.
You have to put one
But I've learned
otherwise it'll be like that. And then when you
that's not the secret. The secret is the way you paint it.
Right.
And so if we take a tree over here, what I did was I wanted to show that the trees you buy. Let me fetch it over. An elm tree, a lime tree,
Right.
or elm, whatever you want, it's a lime tree really, which is a Hornby tree,
Right.
right? And it's 20 quid.
Yeah.
Now I've worked on it and completely changed it from what it was. I've thickened the trunk up, changed the colours, cut holes in it so you can see through it.
Yeah.
But the problem is that is supposed to represent a fully grown lime tree.
Okay.
A lime tree grows up to 132 feet.
Oops. That's,
So
it's
if
gonna
you
be a bit
put
bigger.
that, what that should look like is that size.
Okay. Right.
So then you get why scale trees are so different. And if you look at the colours in this and the way it works, it becomes a tree, and that's nothing you can do about that because the proportions are wrong.
Right.
So you can make a little tree like that. Now that's supposed to be a fully grown tree. That's a small tree.
Right.
So you just go. It's when you do that. And then what I did I started to look in the pictures on the videos and see that the colours, particularly at the moment in autumn,
Yes.
are fantastic. And of course then you start to, even in the summer, you start to notice that in one tree there's probably 30 shades of green and brown. And so you then start really being intrigued. And I've got a lovely Acer palmatum in my garden,
Right.
which I put on the website last week. So I made it. And you know, it's then when you start to see the colour, you start to go, right now, which is why I'm doing this diorama here, because this is the easy part of the exercise, making the trees and putting the foliage on. And
Right.
you know, I've got, as I say, I make all my own foliage.
Yeah.
I've got 3 different greens.
Well, if we need it, we can put it on the table.
Are you mixing them in different ratios to get all the shades?
Yeah. So I haven't this green I don't use very often. It's a darker green, and I haven't ground this one yet. I put them through a coffee grinder, so that one I haven't done yet, but I do use it. So then I made
Right.
this.
Okay. That looks.
Yeah, which you know.
It's more like brick, doesn't it?
Yeah, well, this is right. But when you see you start with the colour like this,
Yeah.
you put it on. Let's just say you. Well, let me just.
Just line them up now.
Get a bit of colour. Now then, I've only done that to show you because that isn't the colour I want.
Right.
That isn't the colour I want.
Just pull it over to your.
So I let that dry.
Go on.
Then what I do,
That's it.
I take my oil paints,
Right.
or you don't have to use oils. You can use acrylics.
That's it.
Right.
We have to take the envelope off first, so which board's going on first?
Have it here. Then I get myself a brush.
Is he putting anything on the outside?
Yes. Now, if you look at what that is, if we pick that up, see?
I'll move that table.
So although it's pink when you put it on, when you put your oil on, it changes it. So that becomes the red leaf that you want. So you lose the pink, but because it's a dyed colour, it picks red up beautifully.
I can't actually see what.
Yeah.
Got it.
So
Yes, that makes quite a difference, doesn't it?
yes, but it's because you started with a light colour, you've darkened it up.
I suppose the trick is not going too far.
Well, yeah. Well, that was just I've just showed you that as a
Yes.
colour, right?
Yeah.
So if I say it's an oil colour, I do use.
It's this one, isn't it?
I do use.
That's a station.
So the point is that this now, when it's dry and I finished it, that will take me a good 5 or 6 hours
Right.
to pick out every colour.
Right.
So what I've just done there, let me just take another brush for instance. Just out of interest, I'll just pick a brush for a minute. I'll just pick one of these colours. This is a. Of course, I can't find a. It's ironic in that I can't find. Oh, there we go. So you pick. This is a green that I've. A water. This is a. Right. And what you do, you start to pick out. the bits you want. And you have to spend a long time doing this. Right? You have to pick out all different greens and browns. But even though I've only just touched these, you can see how different it suddenly makes.
Brings it to life.
It brings it to life. And so if you add up to 14 to 15 shades of green slowly throughout, you see it. And these brown colours, I can't really show you on here, but
Right.
I mix all the own colours, and you'll be amazed at what you end up with.
Is this something you prefer to do on your own when there's nobody about? You can just
Yeah.
lose yourself to time.
Well, you do, yeah. I mean, but it's now it might be for most people, you know, like plaiting fog.
Not heard that one before.
Yeah, I mean, it's like it takes time, but I honestly believe that the result is unbelievable.
Right.
So there's no quick way of doing it. And you get what you get what you
Get out what you put in.
get in. Yeah, you've got to set yourself up, and if you say, well, I'm not an artist, you don't have to be an artist. You'll soon learn. It's about paintbrushes,
Right.
and it's about oils, and it's about acrylics,
Right.
and it's about mixing the colours. And what you've got to remember is we've got a wonderful thing called the internet.
Yep.
And if you go on the internet, there are some fantastic artists on there that will show you how to do things.
They know what they're doing.
What you have to remember is you're doing it in 3D. They're doing it on a flat canvas.
Yeah.
You're doing it on a 3D, but the principle is the same. It's light and shade. And the fun you have, you know, when you've done a scene and you suddenly, I mean, just that red on that changes that scene completely.
Let's have a look. Yeah, it does.
Right, it changes it completely. So if I add 20 colours to that,
Right.
it's going to change it even more.
Yes.
So the differences between like this, where there's probably 3-4 different greens,
Right.
because I just didn't have, I wasn't into this so much heavy painting because I didn't have a week off. The difference is once you've got that, once you've done one,
6 inches plastic. No.
you want to do it all the time.
You want to be consistent.
Yeah,
Brilliant. Thanks, Pete.
Pleasure.
Fascinating.
changes everything.
Yes.
It just makes it look real. And you see, I changed the way I make trees. It's like some trees are just they're horsehair.
Yeah.
Different types of horsehair. Some I use a core, some I don't use a core.
Right.
Some I use foliage, some I don't. But it's just bringing it to life, isn't it? I did see at a show a guy do a lovely trick with very cheap Chinese trees. And I did it myself. So I came back and I thought, very clever. So I did the same and I made some trees. I bought a box of 20 for £8.
Right.
So I thought I'll try it again. So, oh my God,
There's a bit of a difference in scale there.
this is what arrived. I mean,
Is that for TT or something? No.
well,
N.
God, N and gauge, isn't it? But I mean, there's no way, I can't even place it there. Look.
Well, it meets the description of it's a tree. Does it say what scale it is?
Didn't even say what tree it is. I don't know
Or what?
what scale it is.
That's more like a sapling, isn't it?
Oh God,
Brilliant. So when will they be done?
they won't be. They're going in the bin.
So it's swelled and
Yeah.
gonna have to put a trap pin in or something.
No, I'll do that. Yeah.
It's 3 and 4 as well.
What's happening here, Peter?
We're just readjusting where the storage for the
Creating space.
legs
Ah,
goes. So we're going to put another board along here.
Right.
That's halfway around.
everything is close to everything else.
Everything's too small. That's the problem.
Yes.
Yeah. So, 90 degrees.
Will it go on here?
I need to. Stick it on here. Out the fucking way. That way. Right, that's alright.
Right, I suppose we need to move it all towards the wall.
Well, you're going to have to start levelling everything again now.
Yep.
I'll just drag it across and...
See how far that is off.
Hang on, he wants to get a 2 foot on the back and all. You can't go too far.
I know we're gonna, if it's that far,
Yeah,
we've
but
still
you've
got space round the back.
Yeah, but I've got to be able to get down and I'll put these back scenes on.
We're gonna have that much, like that space. Because if we move this out of the way,
Andy, you're about 8 stone. I'm a bit more than that.
I'm a bit more than 8 stone.
Yeah.
Well, all we can do is try it, innit? It's got,
Well,
it
I've
can't
got
stay,
to have room to work.
yeah, but regardless, it can't stay there, so we're going to have to move it. No, there's no packing on that one, everyone else has got a packing.
Just one.
Yeah, just one hasn't got one. You move it and I'll put the packings back under.
Alright, you ready?
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 Yeah.
Right. Right,
Just do it. We don't know whether it's right now.
What's the level? We'll just check this.
Ah, forget it, just do it and level board it'll come.
He's upstairs, isn't he?
He's outside chatting.
Are you going with that now?
just
What?
get
Where
one.
you are?
Oh, what's it?
Well, hang on, I want to do this first. Hang on, 1 second. Where is it? Where is it there?
If we can handy lift this that way, can someone put the packings back underneath for us?
Yep. Hang on. Right. Well, it'll line up when the boards line up, won't it? Yeah. Is it miles out? Alright. So you want to go that way?
Well, back towards me.
How's that?
A bit more on your end.
This is moisture, is it?
Yeah.
Right? Right,
Lady.
that's some bolts in.
So what's this for? What's the priority of or schedule of work that's ongoing at the moment?
No clue.
Phil wants to get perspective
Okay.
because we've got to fit the 24-storey block of flats in.
Right.
So we've got to.
So you need it built so you can see what you're doing.
We need to see it, and I need to see. I need to do a bit of work with some trees that I've made on the gardens.
And Chris is doing full length bush shelters, isn't he, or something?
Yep.
Right.
See that? What we have to do? Just. Man, that'll do. It'll catch that other board here. That'll do.
Sure.
It'll catch that one.
Right.
Yeah. In the right order.
Yeah, the push is this end.
But I mean, that's how daft they are.
Right, what I'm going to do,
Kept it.
I'm going to take that off, and that off.
I have
Phil,
nothing to add.
isn't this all being done for you?
As always.
So you can garner perspective, isn't it, or something?
So we can work out the angle of the flat so we can get the last block
Right.
trimmed.
Excellent.
Because it needs the angle so it can be like semi-low really cut.
Right.
6 inches. 6 off.
Right, turns up once the work's done.
John. If it was that way, so it's flush with the next wood over.
Your timing's just
Did you do that?
Is it lunchtime?
Tell them, Phil.
790 please.
Well, it depends what you use.
Tonnage is chicken turn, and that's
What's that answer?
these bolts, not bolted together.
Got your bottle.
Yeah, it's just it'll be tightened up, that's it.
Don't do that. All you do is snap it at the bottom. It's noisy, isn't it? Tell you what, stuck that down. Take it from your side. Show all the edges here. Don't go through the edge. I've got a straight little it is. And this.
So is that for the other board now to go in? But they're joined up.
I know, but the idea is to extend and move the bridge back.
But that's not happening yet, is it?
Yes.
Is it? Is that
Yes.
happening? So is that happening for Blakemere?
Yes.
Okay. How?
Not this bit, but I'm doing away with that.
Okay.
So Phil's going to now do. Phil's now going to set his flats,
Right.
but we're taking the bridge out. We don't need that now,
Okay.
and I've got to scenify that bit. So that's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So just give that a second to go off.
Not really, see what's got to come up.
Well, it's a fine mess you've made, Dave.
Another fine mess. Yeah, right there.
So this is the site of the new level crossing that's going just before the station platform. Have I got that right, guys?
Yeah, we're putting a level crossing in and the Top Gear Special. Don't run the risk.
Ah, okay.
That's another one of my dioramas that's been poo-pooed.
Do we need a Trotter's Reliant Robin as well somewhere?
No.
Okay. That seemed quite forthright there, Phil. Like you were.
No.
So you're not negotiating on this.
No.
Okay.
Crossover, don't you?
Yeah.
So you've already put that on first and that little
That's
bit
another
separate?
day's problem.
I did it just for the video.
Right.
Because you only need one
And then
crosser.
switch it, basically,
I know you
touch
would.
it in then with the
You
same.
could put the other crosser over
Yeah,
it but have it
I know
dead.
what you mean.
Then
No,
what
not
you've got to
the
do,
time.
that's oil paint.
And also the blocks need programming
Okay.
and wiring up properly.
Hey,
Ah, so the block detectors are in, but not
watch this.
configured.
Some are, some aren't. I got to about here somewhere and then.
And it's a long job.
But then if they're going to redo them, they may as well choose that,
This is my favourite colour here.
you know, number them to however they want. Doesn't matter what.
But you've got a scheme, so as long as that's explained,
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, if they're going to change it, they may as well do what they want.
right?
Because the scheme doesn't matter because it all needs going together anyway.
But it's built to a standard, even if it's in your head,
Oh,
on
yes.
all the other layouts. So
Yeah,
we
but
should be consistent
what
on
I'm saying
this.
is, once they do their bit, it won't work with the rest of the layout.
Right.
So they may as well do what they find.
One of my own.
They can carry on with it or choose something else. It doesn't make much difference.
Oh, really?
Because all the scheme is this is year 4, so they start with 4,000.
Right.
Because I need to do this. But right, so when you've
Year
got
3
this,
is 3,000, so on and so forth.
Okay. Oh, you've given away the magic schema now.
No. I'm not saying. All I'm saying is they haven't got to follow. They can do what.
As long as it's unique to this, to making tracks 4.
No. I just do it 4 because it's just easier to start from
Yeah.
4,001 than
Yeah.
just trying to do 2,027 and
Right.
28.
There's some depth to it as well.
so what we're doing, we're going to move. That's why I wanted to put that on. We're going to change the way we do it.
What do you mean? Change the way you do what?
The back seat.
What do you mean, mate?
Because you're right, where we did it was wrong. So I've took that bridge out. So we're going to move the flat that way. So we're going to move those, what is it, 4 backboards? 3 to the left. Yeah? So that we can, so it means we've got to make one, we've got to change that one backboard. Yeah, no, I'm just saying. No, I'm just saying that's why I put that up. Because both Phil and I wanted to. We all commented that the box didn't work.
It didn't work.
No, but we didn't have time to do anything different, Dave.
I did. It could have made a fucking sharp one.
Yeah, but we didn't know it. Yeah, we could have, Dave, if we'd have known it was right. But it was only when we saw it that you know it's wrong and you go, well, that doesn't work. We didn't have time to put it up and go, that doesn't work. Let's take the bridge out and move the whole lot south or north. So that's what we've done today, is by taking out the bridge, we can now move the flats further away from the car park, which
Is that where they're going to originally?
they'll even go further up.
Oh, you got planning permission, Phil.
Method development rights, it's fine.
But so we'll move it further up, which will give us a temporary fix to the problem we've got. What obviously when we put the other board in, oh bless you, thank you.
Mustard on it.
No, I'm fine, thank you. It'll get over that box problem that we had at Getz. But there's no way I couldn't chop the back doors and then go, we're not going to do that because that's twice the work. So to put up what we did at Getz, knowing that we always said,
It's only over for those 2 days.
yeah, it's only ever for those 2 days because we'd have to be able to put it right for Blakemere.
Where is it?
Right around here.
I didn't know it was filming.
That's what we do, Dave.
You have to cut that out, Dave. You can't have that in.
Not only that, Dave, but you're front and centre on the camera. If you look ahead, there's one right
Why
in
don't
front
you
of you.
tell me?
Dave, filming.
But enough when Dave's here, you know he's filming.
I don't want to know who's behind me. I thought you could know.
You hoped I'd gone home. Dave,
Dave, you're a series all on your own, mate.
for the avoidance of doubt, see that camera there? Focus just on your mug, that.
Oh,
Everything you say, we're going to hang off that on my extra channel. For subscribers only.
Only fans.
You said you wanted bloopers, Dave.
Go on, I'll do it. Oh, come on, Dave.
It's a subscription only to that channel.
I'm already.
Only fans.
Only Dave.
So ultimately, there's another 8 feet going in there, which is what, when we've settled that, I want to put the other 8 feet up so I can solder the joints, so we know where we are, then I can take that down, but I can work on that board in my own time because we've got a year and a half to do that.
So is that for the NEC?
Yeah.
Not next. Well, not
Year
in-
after. Which is why I'm working on those trees now, because we need so many trees going forward. I want to do batches of trees and clumps of trees in my, in my own time, so I'm not sitting here with a deadline of a week trying desperately to make to make a wood.
You have that many trees up and we're not be able to see the trains. Is that the idea?
Yeah. You won't have to model anything, then, will we?
More important, Dave, because you can't see the wood for the trees.
Oh.
I knew we should have done the London Underground.
Well, we are.
Hey, you've got nothing to see.
Well, but to do the next part of the layout for Chester, that is a huge amount of trees between Bushy and
That's us out, boys.
Carpenter's Park. A huge amount of trees. Oh, they really like that.
Ah, yeah, I'd have done it differently.
I'll tell you what you can do, mate, Chris.
These two are for next world.
Lots of people, lots of people are commenting on Buddleia. Right? Now, if you can make the Buddleia bush, if you like, dead easy. What you can't do is you can't make the Buddleia itself. So could you print me some 3D Buddleia?
Well, we'll see.
Well, it's only going to be that big, and it's just
It's
just a Christmas tree shape, isn't it?
yeah.
No. The reason I'm saying that is because Buddleia is now really part of the railway.
It's all over the place. Yeah.
It used to be Willow Bay Herb. Now it's Buddleia. Everywhere you look, particularly around Milton Keynes, I've never seen so much. That little fruit or flower is impossible to model, because it's a distinct shape. So the only way to do it is to 3D print it and literally put it on. Once you've painted it, there's no other way. You can't. There's nothing in the world, mineral world, that I can fake that shape with. It doesn't exist. And I know it's small.
It's a bit of a challenge, but let me have a think
Well,
about it.
effectively, it's like a small Christmas tree.
Yeah.
So you should be able to get loads on a sprue. You just break off, like you did your bollards.
Yeah. It's not.
Excuse me, boys.
It's the fact that the buddleia is crinkly. It's not combed. It's not smooth combed.
Is it a repeating shape?
No. So it needs to be kind of indented.
Yeah, but Chris, you're talking.
No, I
You're not
know.
going to see that.
Yeah, I know.
And I'm going to paint it, so don't forget. The minute I put the paint on anyway, you're going to lose that flower texture.
Yeah. Well, so the ideal would be to put a wash on it and then dry brush a purple over the top.
Just sprinkle
Not that
the
fucking big,
red.
Chris.
Not
Not that big. That's your problem. You know, where do you hold it to paint it?
Let me see what I can do.
See, I've looked at all the painters the way they do buddleia, and it's quite clever. But you can't do that in 3D the way they do it on a flat canvas, because they use obviously an emulsifier and the corner of the fan brush. Very clever, because it gives you that shape straight away, and it gives you the texture because they're putting an emulsifier in it to build it up. Now I could do that, but it's probably still too flat for 3D.
So post-analysis from Getz.
Good. Yeah, good. We all enjoyed it from our side.
I enjoyed myself there. I had lots of fun. Plenty of driving, plenty of videoing. Even getting roped in on the first day to operate.
Lovely people.
It was great.
Yeah, plenty of questions asked and
Lovely
nice
people.
atmosphere. It was
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, lovely
Good show.
people.
Layout
Good
ran
show.
well, didn't it?
Yeah,
It's always a well-organised event, isn't it?
and I think also this year where we didn't have,
Solved the problem with the couplings.
and we didn't have this sort of crush that we had last year. So there was more room for people to stand and talk and to see the layout. It's that fine balance, isn't it? And I know that particularly us older ones complain about, oh, it was too busy. But if it's not busy, then they're not going to put it on
Fall
because
asleep.
not just that.
Going to be a disaster, isn't it?
Well,
Financially.
I mean, I was just going to say, it cost that place of running it. You know, I don't think modellers think about how much these shows cost to put on. You know, it's like, yeah, you could have an exhibition with 14 people in. You'd only ever have one exhibition and never happen again.
It went wrong at the end though. We got the layout down in 2 hours exactly.
Yeah.
2 hours, ready to go in the van, and then we waited an hour and 3/4 with nothing to do before they let the van in. That's absolutely stupid.
That's the same over here.
And that took us, so it's no good saying the layout took us 2 hours to get it down. It took us 5 1/4 hours before we got out of that hall. That's nearly another day.
We were there anyway.
That's irrelevant. You might like being in that hall. You wanted to go out, you could have gone out somewhere.
Didn't have to get cold quick.
Yeah.
I did half enjoy the McDonald's afterwards, though. Been used since I had a McDonald's milkshake.
Was that the budget?
Oh, listen.
Yeah.
I haven't had a milkshake in probably 30 years. And I can't believe I actually worked the machine in McDonald's.
It was quiet in there, and about 20 of us piled in there. You must have thought, what the hell's happening?
I thought that was, you know, I enjoyed that. I thought it was, thought that was good.
Bit of a change.
And I thought the exhibition, I thought was great. I think, you know, I didn't get enough time to spend looking around, but people are lovely. I mean, I just, you know, the kids particularly, you know,
They're so knowledgeable, aren't they, the youngsters?
oh, it's fantastic to see so many young kids come in, and obviously for the NEC this year, you know, they're going to run the layout, and I can see that's going to be very exciting.
So can we talk about our exhibition calendar from now till next year?
Yeah.
So we've got Blakemere next,
Yes,
then the NEC again, is it? Is that the next one? Is that April?
Yes.
yes,
And at the NEC in April,
we're taking Watford. Sorry, we're taking Milton Keynes.
and there's a massive push there on the public operating the layout.
The whole reason we are taking Milton Keynes is because we know that we know it inside out, and we know the public can run it because of the cathedral.
Right.
So it's very much turn up and enjoy it
So there'll
Are you going
be
to get people walking around, all them crowds in there?
because we'll have the barriers. and they'll walk round like they do at the cathedral.
The barriers kept getting pushed in.
They want that when the
There'll
people
be
are
people
walking
queuing on
through.
both sides of them this time, won't there? We're going to have barriers for queuing to operate the layout.
Yeah, that's two free for all otherwise.
Okay, I'm just presuming we would. And then after NEC, where are we next? Chester
Chester.
Cathedral.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's like 3 shows between now and the summer. Is there anything planned beyond there?
Yes,
that
but
we
I can't say at the minute. There's a
Okay.
big secret venue.
Okay, that's something special that will be announced later.
There's 2 secret venues next year, actually.
Yeah.
2
Right.
big secret venues
Right.
next year, which I'd have to shoot you to tell you.
We're going,
I know,
around,
yes.
we're going around the Great Wall of China.
Are they 2 secret venues? Are they parallel
Are the
running at the
people
same
making
time?
it like they're going to get told? Or?
Can't say.
No,
Can't give you that away.
It's a secret, mate.
And then, obviously,
I don't
back
know.
it gets.
Oh, we're asking me.
Right.
So the
Does anyone?
let's
So
get
we've got
one
like
thing.
5 or 6
Who doesn't
things.
know?
We're coming up 5 or 6.
Yes, but this is our last year at the cathedral.
Right.
So
You said that last year.
no, this is our last year. So
They're going to run out
let's,
of
no,
money.
no, hang on.
One year you're going to be right.
No, let's get one thing straight. This is the last new layout.
Right.
There will be no new layouts after this one. So the layout we start to build now for Chester is unique. That's it. We'll never be building any more.
Okay.
We will extend. No. We can't without space.
It's like when Multi-Crew finished and then he
I've
come
had my
back.
ticket marked.
No.
We don't get back like public demand, you never know.
No, we can't.
And Pete, are we doing something special for Chester then to mark the
Yes,
end?
this is brand new.
Okay.
So this will be aiming towards 2026.
Yeah.
So we can go to 216 feet of layout
Okay.
in one line, but it will
Right.
mean that we'll be able to go to something like 340 feet of scenic railway, correct? Roughly.
What? Start again.
That's fine.
Stay with us, Phil. Come on, Phil.
We're going to build a big one, Phil.
No, you said no more.
No,
Yeah. You did. I definitely remember saying.
216 foot, how much of that is going to be scenic?
no, 216 foot of scenic. Then it goes round the corner.
Yeah, so
Then
how
it
much
goes
is
from-
Another 7,
bushy.
8, so another 50 odd foot of that.
Yes.
Yeah, 340 odd.
Yeah. So that's what that be it. So then we'll be able to take any one of 5 layouts to anywhere anybody wants us to go.
No, you can't.
Well, we will if we wanted to.
You can't take. You can't
Can't
take.
take one.
You can't take one.
No.
Like
Okay.
having Castello here, isn't it?
4 then. We'll have 4 layouts.
It's like being at home, isn't it? You
No,
say
well,
something, wife says something else.
No, we'll have 4 layouts, but we can never use Making Tracks 1, unfortunately. That's gone. So 2, 3 and 4 will be standalone layouts that if we wanted to go somewhere, we could take any one of those.
Right.
But we won't be making 6.
Okay.
So 5, Making Tracks 5, 6,
5.
5
We're
is
doing
the last
5
one, that's it.
2.
No, 5 is the last one.
So when you've done 216 feet at the NEC in 2026,
Yes.
do you have any plans to exhibit that elsewhere? Are there any other venues that can take a layout that big? Because the big
We're
ones
talking,
fun.
we're talking to a secret venue at the minute.
Okay. Beyond 2026.
Oh no, not beyond 2026.
Right.
No.
Let's get to
Phil
25.
and particularly, before we go to the NEC in 2026, we want to put up the whole 208 feet and test it thoroughly and really go through every single problem that we encountered the first year. We got away with it, but we want to, like we've done this year with Chester, batten down all the problems. So go in private, in somewhere very quiet, and spend a week just battling away at making it even better. And then that venue will be there for a week.
Okay, that's the one in
Great for all these
2025.
bachelors, isn't it?
Yes.
Right.
Hey?
It's great for all these bachelors.
Yeah.
Yeah. You need some people on
No,
platform.
the thing is though, I think, if I can say this, you know, we're talking about Making Tracks 5, which we're about to start. I think it's important that people watching this video realise how hard a work this is, because I don't think people do realise just how much work goes into this. Because it, you know, we have a bit of a laugh and a joke, and you know, we go away and, you know, 8 weeks later you see a layout at Chester Cathedral. But what they don't see is the amount of work that goes into this, and it's the old joke. None of us are getting any younger, and certainly I find the intensity that we just did to get gets Phil and I know Phil's the same. You can't sustain that. It's impossible. You cannot sustain that much concentration for so long. So.
Well, Phil's in a different position. He's got to earn a living.
Exactly.
All of us are retired. Well, apart from you.
I have to make a living, Dave. I've got companies to run and I've got people I have to pay every week.
You have to retire one day, Pete.
I won't, Dave, because they'll be putting me in a box.
Don't want me to measure you up after.
Yeah, please.
That's why I checked with you earlier.
Just use the one
tell
for the
us-
station building.
tell us-
Just crumple him up.
Tell us what would you want, Pete? You want Budley?
Yeah, but no, but it's serious. It's like
It's gone now.
we're at that point now where we have to say we cannot contemplate building new layouts because
What do you mean I'm doing basting?
It's space to put
Well,
on there as well,
mate.
isn't it?
You know what? You bet all them
Space in all
biscuits.
seriousness, there's not that.
You bet all them biscuits.
That's
Oh,
only 3 gets a
F1.
week.
If we were to build another layout, there'd be nowhere to store it now. Or to build
Well, it's not
it
just
now,
that.
you
I don't have
You
the
can't build
honestly.
another
What I'm trying to say is I don't have the inclination to build another layout.
We've
now.
done it.
Well, what are we doing it for then?
Well, we haven't finished this series. We've finished at 5, and then we can go wherever we want to go. Whoever invites
Well,
us.
we might be too old to go anywhere. We're
Well,
not knackered.
Dave, we're not going to be knackered.
Where are we going to go?
Wherever you want to go. Where you want to go.
Well, somewhere better than where we've been before.
All right.
I
If
narrowed
there's
it down.
anybody out there wants Dave as a friend, please invite us. And we'll come.
Oh, dear.
No. But what I'm trying to say is the intensity of modelling is fine if you're a hobbyist, but when you take on this challenge that we've taken on over the last 5 years at the cathedral, it's an enormous drain on your energy. It really is. And I saw this week, because we took a week off, I was like floundering. It was like, it's like, it's,
Just think what you're going to be like in another 18 months.
well, I won't, because I'll look forward then.
You will.
No, I won't,
You're
because
getting
I'll look
older.
forward to going out and enjoying it. Because I've not got the challenge of working out, what we're doing in a year's time. It's like once it's built, we can go and play with it. I love the shows. I love the interaction with the public. I love it.
It's nice to see it running.
No,
Because
and it's wonderful.
that's a reward for the work.
Yeah,
you've done,
it's
isn't it?
wonderful. It's great, and getting people to enjoy it. I love that. If you're not getting that out of it, and if you're too busy building it, there comes a point where you go, "I'm not enjoying this anymore."
You've got to step back and remember why you're doing it.
Yeah, it's like, come on, guys. We built it. Now let's enjoy it.
It's like you think that last week we did before we left for Gets. I mean, each of us must have put 40, 50 hours in.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
No, that Phil, most of us that week before,
Yeah.
we put 7 days a week in 10 hours a day.
Yeah. Easy.
Well, that's a full-time job.
Full-time job. Yeah.
And if it's a full-time job, you can only do that for so long before you go, hang on a minute. My wife wants me to decorate the bedroom, or I want to go and play with my own layout. We've had this conversation here with the O gauge. It's great doing all this stuff, but I've got my layout here.
You got to
It's
enjoy
the
your
first
layout.
time I played with it on Monday. Dave Baker came over because his layout's not up and running, and we played in here for a couple of hours on Monday. It was fabulous, just to have
No
some
pressure.
fun again.
Yeah.
Sort of like,
It must be similar to your professional life. You put your album together and then you take it on the road, don't you? It's a little bit. We put the layout together, we take it on the road and exhibit it, and come back and go again.
Well, for me, it was like, as a record producer, you made your record, you got your buzz, when you played it back, you went, yeah, this is fantastic. The minute it's played on radio, it's not yours anymore, it's gone. Your baby is born and it's gone, it's got its own life. So you're on to the next track that they want us to hit. So you've let go of it, and I find that very much the same as this. But I want to enjoy, because we're part of it, we are the artists in this case. I want to go on the road with it and enjoy, being on the road with it. But it's fun, isn't it, with a bunch of us going out on the road and going for food together and working hard in the day and then
Having a laugh at night.
having a laugh at night.
What's the point when
Sorry, am I missing a point here? I thought the whole point of a model railway is a social it's socialness. It's talking to one another. It's working together. Yeah. And that, you know, just the mental. I find it amazing now that they're talking about, you know, going to the country for your mental health. Go to a model railway show. That's better for your mental health, isn't it? You know.
Yeah.